Hey, I made another YouTube video, and it didn't take me a year this time. If you're new to my channel, there's actually not much content on here, but I'm gonna try to change that. Also, hi, my name is Wen. To everyone that is already familiar with me, you're probably still shocked that I even uploaded at all. And hey, I'll take what I can get at this point. For this video, actually want to go ahead and look back at one of the first videos I ever uploaded to this channel, and that's titled Trans Stuff. Introduction plus getting hormones. This was the video where I really put myself out there in the internet world, being open, and how I came to discover that I am a trans man. This was a very big deal to me at the time because I was very closed off, very reserved, private person. So the reason why I want to bring this video up is, well, one, it's a good comeback video for being active again on my channel, I'm gonna be honest. But most importantly, two, I've significantly changed, just not by my appearance, but also by my personality. My personality has really been able to take its own form since 5 years ago, and I'll make some more points on that later in the video. And last but not least, three. This is for all my baby trans folks out there who feel lost and confused about how they want to go forward in life. And while each trans experience is as unique and individualistic as the person themselves, I hope this video can bring in some way an optimistic lens in how you want to take the reins of life in your hands for the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this old video and I'm going to dissect some parts of it. I'm not going to react to the whole thing just because I know there are some parts where I do ramble a little bit. So for the sake of not making the video too long, I'm going to pick out some points that I feel is important to clarify or generally just expand on. But first, hydration check. Did you drink water today? Go drink some water. All right. Okay, let's go.
Hey guys.
Okay, pause. First off, oof those eyebrows. Sorry. I'm already roasting myself, but okay, no, fine. We all gotta start from somewhere, right? Am I right? Okay. No more.
Kind of filming this in my closet. I have done this before. This is gonna be kind of a personal video and also kind of like a little thing that I want to do on my YouTube where I kind of share my experience on being trans. To those who don't know what trans is being assigned a gender and kind of realizing that you're not the gender that you were assigned with. In my case, I'm a trans man. That means I was assigned a girl at birth, but then I came to realize I'm not a girl. I am a guy, and I have showed many signs as a kid of not being comfortable being seen as a girl, and only just a couple years ago did I really take action in it. First off, hello, my name is Wen. I am 18 years old. I was born on April 1st, 1997. I'm half Chinese and half Irish. My mom's the Chinese and my dad's the Irish. I was born in Wellington, Florida, and I've always moved around my whole life. I never kind of stayed in one place for too long. The last place that I lived in for a long time was
Port St. Lucie,
10
baby.
years, and that was in a little town called Port St. Lucie. And then just a couple years ago, my parents decided to move to Miami for better business opportunities, and here I am now. When it got to middle school, I was still kind of tomboyish up until 7th grade. That's when I kind of started to get really curious about who I was. There was like a trend kind of going around in my town, at least in my town that I think, when I was in 7th grade, where girls would like dress up as guys and they would like go to the mall and see like the reactions they'd get. I was really interested in it to the kind of like past the point of just being like, oh wow, that's cool, to the point of like, wow, I really want to do it. I remember being like self-aware of how
Pause actually, because this part interests me now because I've actually noticed on TikTok a similar rendition to this, like dressing up as a guy for like social experiment purposes, and like, wait, can I actually pull one up really quick? Oh my god, it's considered a TikTok challenge. Okay, girls turns into boys challenge. Okay, so I can't play the music for obvious copyright reasons, but just look at this. You cannot tell me this isn't the beginning of like hundreds of thousands of trans mask awakenings. Like the amount of views and likes that some of these have, there's just no way that like that's just not the case. Okay, back to the video.
I didn't know what else to do, so I just identified as a gender just for that moment. My first name that I wanted to go by was Kai, but then after about a month or two, I changed it to Wen, or just you can call me Wen too. That's fine, but that's based off of my Chinese name that my mother gave me, and I immediately printed a couple reference pictures of different guy hairstyles, and I went to a hairstylist in South Beach, got 18 inches of my hair cut off. I have never regretted my hair being cut off. It felt amazing. Like, it felt like I was finally, you know, figuring myself out. As soon as, you know, I got
I was
my
trying
hair
not to
cut,
cry at that part.
It immediately was a new chapter in my life. Right after my birthday, after I turned 18, I immediately went to the bank. I already owned my own debit card, so I already had my own bank account. So what I did was I actually signed up for my first credit card within the first week or two of me turning 18. I did this for safety reasons because I wasn't sure how my parents were going to react if I ever did decide to come out to them, especially my mother. I do not have a really good relationship with my mother. Like, our relationship is either neutral or really bad. Like, there's never any good parts with our relationship. So I knew, like, if something was to happen, like worst case scenario, I got kicked out of the house, I would, as long as I had my credit cards, I would have money to be able to...
Okay, so I'm gonna pause this really quick. So what I just said here, I was very purposefully vague on this because at the time I wasn't comfortable talking about anything too personal in my life. The reality of what actually happened during that time period of me getting a credit card was because not too long ago I was threatened to be kicked out of the house. Obviously, like, I said it later after I got the credit card, I might get kicked out of the house, but I said it as like a hypothetical situation, but that actually already happened. And the reason why I was starting to be kicked out of the house was because as soon as I graduated high school, I didn't immediately get a job. More specifically, within 2 weeks since I graduated high school. So that instance was only just one of the many other experiences that really showed how volatile the relationship with my mom was at the time, and that wasn't even the worst one. I'm laughing to avoid getting sad about it. But, updated report! I'm very happy to say that me and my mom have really improved our relationship. But seriously, it's interesting now to be able to look at this video and see it as it being in the past, and I'm very fortunate that those feelings that I felt at the time, I've been able to find closure in my own form and focus on the present day. And that's creating a stronger bond with my mother. So we're now in the positive timeline. It's all good now. Okay, a lot of this chunk is just me, like, talking about therapy and the endocrinologist, and I kind of ramble a little bit, so I'm just gonna skip some parts.
Signed my initials on it, and then that's when she gave me the prescription to get my testosterone. I got my testosterone at a local CVS. It came with the syringes, the needles, and the testosterone itself in the little bottle. Then when I got my first shot, I did it at the hospital, so the nurse was showing me how to, like, do self-injection and stuff like that. Yeah, now here I am. I know how to self-inject now. I mean, I'm still kind of iffy with the needle and stuff, but...
Okay, pausing again. I remember being so scared of self-injecting. Oh my god. It's a mental game, and it got to the point where I did this mental ultimatum for myself, like, if I'm too scared to inject, I won't be able to transition. So I need to man up and just stick that silly little juice in my leg. And that's what I diddly darn did. And now, when I inject, it's like... You know, not that fast, just maybe like a minute or two now, but it definitely beats me 5 years ago, taking like 30 to 45 minutes, nervously sweating and sitting on that dang toilet with my pants down to my ankles. I couldn't even feel my legs because of how long I was sitting on that dang toilet. Anyways.
Basically kind of my story on me being figuring out I was trans and stuff like that. Yeah, here I am now talking to a camera. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm not used to really putting out my personal stuff out online where thousands of people can see it, But honestly, thank you so much for just taking your time to watch this, especially if you're trans. I hope this somehow helped in some form. Next week, I have to do another self-injection in my leg, so I'm gonna post a video on how to do that. Not as scary as you think, I promise. I swear to gosh. Unless
Okay,
you're like,
I swear to gosh. Okay, that's pretty much like the end of my video. It's just me rambling a little bit more. So the conclusion. Now, what's my takeaway from all of this? My mannerisms, the way I spoke, there's a stark difference to how I present myself now. And I'm really proud with how far I've come, actually. From a kid in Miami, Florida, filming in their freaking closet so their parents couldn't hear them, to living in San Francisco, where I found basically my second family filled with friends that also identify as LGBT plus, and having my own space to express more of my creative freedom. Like, yeah, I'll give my younger self some roasts and jabs, just like anyone else would, but honestly, it's endearing in a way to be able to look back at myself in the past, and a part of me kind of wishes I can just kind of like time travel present day me to 5 years ago me and like grab myself on the shoulders and say, hey, it's gonna be okay. Like you're gonna experience a lot more hard stuff and it's gonna be tough, but in the end it'll always be okay. I think past me would have really appreciated that. But anyways, I feel like I've trailed this video on long enough, so if you've reached the end, I really do appreciate it. If anyone would like to comment any suggestions on like what videos you'd be interested to see me make, I'm down. I'm gonna experiment a little about what to upload on here. Like without a doubt, I consider myself like a variety channel, I guess, but I'm interested to see if there's any suggestions from the audience. Casual reminder that I do Twitch stream. I've been pretty consistent with it still, so feel free to catch me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm currently playing Breath of the Wild. Very exciting things. Link to that will be in the description. I also have my store open for pre-orders currently, so new and returning designs. Actually, hold on. Here's a new design. Where is it? Oh, there's the camera. Here's the new design I just made. It's cat over here. It's an embroidery, and he's just shoving a whole bunch of biscuit sticks. I can't say the brand name because I can get in trouble. Chocolate-covered biscuit sticks. That's what it's shoving in its mouth. So that's one of my new designs. I also have some returning designs. So if you're interested, please check it out by either in the link also in the description, or hey, if you want to just type it in your web browser, it's winx1.co. Now, this is the actual end of the video, so just want to say, please take care of yourself, especially during these messed up freaking times. I wish you all the absolute best, and hope you all have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever the heck you're located. And I hope to see you next time. Laters.